Hi there. So here's the deal. Whose life wouldn't be better by having a delicious, healthy green smoothie every day? Or by spending at least a few minutes in meditation and quiet time? Or by going on a hot date with their partner at least once a week? Whose life would not be better if they did one or maybe all three of these things? So you're probably asking yourself the question that so many people that I get to hear from ask me about their message, which is whose life isn't better when they do what I suggest they do, when they act on my message. You're probably thinking my message is meant to change all kinds of people's lives. I don't want to narrow it down. And I don't blame you. And I bet you're right. I bet a lot of people, way more than one subset of people, would be powerfully served by your message. But you've probably also heard that when you try to speak to everyone, you impact no one. And we don't want that. We want the people that you are most meant to serve, that you can mobilize in the best way possible, to be lit up, to know that you're speaking to them. Because honestly, there's a big difference between everyone should drink a green smoothie. It's really good for your body. It increases your energy and your vibrancy, whether you're getting up and going to work or you're getting up and going to school or you're retired and want to spend your day doing things you love. You could say that, or you could say, listen, teenager, beautiful teenager who is juggling so many things, trying to do well in school, in sports, wanting to hang out with your friends, and getting tired from all of the emotional and physical exertion. When you have a green smoothie every day, when you start your morning this way, you'll get that jolt of natural vibrancy that'll help you get to school and pay attention. Get your homework done faster so you can get out there and start doing the fun stuff you really want to do. Get on the field and play at the top of your game in whatever your sport. You see how when you zero in on who your ideal person is, you can speak to their life, what their life is like. So if I've got you convinced that you should zero in on your ideal audience member, which by the way should be your ideal client as well. If you have a message-driven business and you're bringing in clients as part of your speaking and your thought leadership, then they're going to be pretty aligned, right? Your ideal audience member, your ideal client. But you're probably then asking, okay, great. Now, how do I decide who is that ideal audience member? So I'm going to talk about 3 different questions to ask yourself, because the truth is you probably have done so many ideal client avatar exercises that you right now, I'm at risk of you just like clicking this video off. But I promise 3, super simple, and you could just think through it right now and it'll get you so far down this path. Okay, so number 1, you decide based on your own experience and stories. What is your own story around this message that you have? And how does that, who is the audience with whom that story most aligns? Who's the one person who could be sitting in your audience that you can most impact, that probably has a life that was very similar to yours before your own transformation? That's one way to come in toward narrowing your ideal audience member. The second one is, where is your heart called? Where is your heart called to serve the most? So maybe this transformation for you, this message comes from your own experience at work, where you worked at a corporate job and stressed yourself out like crazy till you were actually in the hospital or nearly in the hospital. And when you finally said enough is enough. And maybe you want to speak directly to those people who are in that place. But maybe when you look back on your own life experience, you think, gosh, I wish somebody had told me this when I was 25. And you want to talk to people before they get to the place where you were when when everything fell apart. You want to go back to just out of college and speak with them because your heart is called to that place on the journey that you speak to for your ideal audience members. So where is your heart called? And then that helps you narrow your ideal audience member. And then third, and really importantly, and it should be woven in together with these other 2, What is your business? If in fact you're building a business on this mission, or this message fuels your mission either through your nonprofit organization and donors and volunteers, if in any way you need to line up services or offerings with this message, then you want to make sure that whoever your ideal client is, whoever you're offering services to, is who you are speaking to the most often as well. One exception to this, you may be serving teens or kids, in which case your ideal audience member may be parents or caregivers or teachers. So there's a place there where there's a little bit of shifting around, but recognizing that you want to line up the services that you're offering with who that audience is. So if you think about these 3 questions and you answer them for yourself, that'll help you get a lot clearer on who your ideal audience member is. So then you know where you want to go share this message so that you can make the biggest impact possible and also grow your business and your mission along the way. I hope that's helpful to you. I love being with you here every week, and I can't wait to see you here next week. Take good care.